In this video, we're gonna go over blood flow restriction seated rows. So again, you wanna watch the blood flow restriction video where I explain what blood flow restriction training is, why we're gonna do it, and how to do it properly. But in this video, I'm gonna show you how to apply blood flow restriction training to the seated row exercise. So I'm gonna demonstrate a few reps for you, and then we're gonna talk step by step through the different steps of how to do it properly so that you get the most out of doing this exercise. Okay, let's talk about that. So I'm doing a seated row and I'm using blood flow restriction training. So the first thing that you need to do when you're using blood flow restriction training is to apply the bands properly. If they're too tight, it's gonna cut off your circulation. If they're not tight enough, you're not gonna get the blood flow restriction effect. So you wanna make sure they're tight enough to block the venous return of your blood, so you'll start to see your veins pop out. That's a good sign, and it feels nice and tight when you're contracting your muscles. So that's about good pressure, and I feel like I'm still, my arms don't feel tingly or numb or anything like that. It feels good, feels tight enough. So that's the first thing. Next thing is you need to make sure that you have the right amount of weight on. And whenever you're doing blood flow restriction training, you want to keep lightweight, something that you could do 20 reps, 30 reps with. That's gonna give you the best effect from blood flow restriction training. If you're doing 6 reps or 12 reps or 8 reps or 10 reps, it's too heavy. You need to go lighter. So the next thing you do is just perform a proper seated row with good technique. I'm using some funky grip that I found here in the gym. I've never even seen this grip before in 20 years. But it doesn't matter what grip you use because the effect is coming from whatever grip you use, but also the blood flow restriction training. So just make sure that you're using good technique, good posture, pulling your shoulder blades together. And if you want to do a little bit more advanced, you can start to use some momentum like this. Just be careful with your back. Be careful that you're using good technique, keeping your back straight. But you can use more weight and get more reps doing it this way. Again, you want to get at least 20 reps, up to 30 reps. And when you're done, you take a rest, but you leave the cuffs on until you've done all your sets for this exercise. And then you take the blood flow restriction cuffs off to let your circulation return to normal before you move on to your next exercise. And if your next exercise is a blood flow restriction exercise, that's okay. You put them back on and repeat. But after you're done with those exercises, you take them off to let the blood flow, your circulation return to normal. So that's how you do it. Give it a try. Let me know how it works out.